Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Happy November 1st. I'm Dr. Laura Ricci. I'm going to make sure that you guys are seeing me and hearing me okay. Good morning. Looks like you are over on Facebook. We're live streaming over in our Learning with Dr. Laura Facebook group and over on Zoom. For those that are new, welcome in. I am a doctor of physical therapy. I'm a national board certified health and wellness coach specializing in functional nutrition, women's health, and I'm also an essential oil educator and global team leader with doTERRA. I am so glad that you are here. We're doing our class a little bit earlier for the month of November than what we normally do because I'm going to a co-impact sourcing trip with doTERRA to Kenya later this month. I am so excited, less than a week away. And we are going to kick off with our class on loving your liver. So let's share our slides here and we will get going. All right, hopefully you can see my slides okay. This is our Love Your Liver class, and we're talking all about essential oils for liver support, which is really, really great, very helpful. I'm so excited about the trip too. It's going to be a blast. Before we kick off, I always like to start with this little medical disclaimer that the information that I talk about and teach about, it's really not intended to replace a one-on-one relationship with your qualified healthcare professional. And it's not intended as medical advice. This is really just education from my own research and personal experience. And I encourage you to partner with your healthcare team and work with them for the best decisions for you. And I like to start, for those of you that are new to me, a little bit about my journey, what got me into functional nutrition, essential oils, natural remedies, because I'm often asked, hey, as a physical therapist, why are you doing this work? So it was actually through my own personal journey. I got a very rare sarcoma called a desmoid tumor. This is back in 2011. It was in my abdominal wall, in that six-pack muscle, that rectus abdominis. And it was the size of a softball. And it was removed and synthetic mesh was put in. And a year after that sarcoma was removed, you can see that bottom left-hand picture, it herniated, the synthetic mesh herniated. And I actually ended up having a complete abdominal wall reconstructive surgery, which you can see the bottom right-hand side actually had drains coming out of me for several weeks. It was a really big procedure. I was 20 pounds less than what I am now. And then was diagnosed with adult hip dysplasia in 2014 and chronic Lyme disease in 2015. So went through some major orthopedic surgeries in addition to the abdominal surgeries, bigger than hip replacement, believe it or not, where they built me a new hip out of my existing pelvis and bone. And then went through this journey with chronic Lyme, and those rashes that you see, that's Bartonella, that's a co-infection of Lyme disease. And just changing my diet, just adding in more functional nutrition, brought down those skin irritations in the top right. And I became more open to natural remedies, and I started looking for answers. And I think pain is a very motivating factor. And that's what brought me to changing my diet, changing my lifestyle, literally detoxifying my life, and bringing in essential oils as a piece of the puzzle. I don't feel like essential oils are a magic bullet by any means, but I feel like they are something that can support your health and wellness lifestyle. And that's what we're all about. It's a lifestyle. So I want to start briefly with just talking a little bit about what are essential oils for anybody that's new to this. They are naturally occurring volatile aromatic compounds. Basically, they are very concentrated. They are from the seed, the bark, the stems, the root, the flowers, other parts of the plants. And they're what protect against environmental threats, and they provide beneficial properties. They are very concentrated when distilled for purity, potency, and efficacy. And historically, these have been used for food preparation, beauty treatments, healthcare practices. Essential oils are not new. They've actually been around for a very, very long time. Now, when we talk about the liver, we have to talk about purity because not all essential oils are the same. This is very, very important to understand. There is a difference in quality and purity there. A lot of the stuff that you purchase from the health food store is actually a synthetic fragrance. It is not what I would call a true therapeutic grade essential oil. It's more of just kind of a smell good frou-frou oil with that. So quality makes a big difference. And how do we know if something is pure? It gets really tricky because there is no governing agency that regulates the quality and the purity of an essential oil. Unfortunately, we don't have somebody that's going back and double checking. So honestly, they can write whatever they want on that bottle of oil, on that label, and there's nobody confirming that that really is what is in there, which is kind of scary. So doTERRA has something called Source to You. You can go to sourcetoyou.com. You can actually click on quality reports, and on the bottom of your bottle of oil, there's a little code there that you can type in to make sure that that is a pure therapeutic grade oil. You can make sure there's no heavy metals, no contaminants, nothing there that is going to compromise anything that we have going on there. So this is really important to be aware of. Quality really, really does matter with everything that we're doing in this space. And I'm not sure what happened. We lost Facebook. So I'm just going to really quickly just post our Zoom link so that people can join us there. You gotta love tech issues at the first of the month, but we'll just share there. Or if somebody who is on Zoom can pop that over in the Facebook group link, that would be awesome as well. But gotta love our tech issues here. And then those of you on Zoom, let me know too, pop in if you're having any questions. We can answer those in the meantime while we share our Zoom link, just to make sure that people can join us over there, that we have options. And that is so strange. I've never had a class just stop like that before. So there you go. You'll have to let me know where you're watching from. More to, it's a work in progress, right? I don't feel like I'm the most tech savvy person, but we do the very best that we can, right? That's all we can do. I'm over here in West Texas, and it's a little bit chilly this morning, so we are all bundled up here. We actually get snow, believe it or not. All right, we just posted the link, so hopefully anybody who wants to catch the information live can hop over and they can watch live with us, and we will keep going. Sorry about the little interruption. Oh, it's cold in Austin too, Jamie. Oh my gosh, wow, freezing temps. It's cold everywhere. Wow. Okay, those on Zoom, let me know. Can you see the slides again? Hopefully these are working okay for us, and we will keep going. So this is Source to You, and this is why it is so important that quality really matters and what we're using in everything. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for letting me know. So this is the big thing, is that we want to make sure that what we're using is pure. So there are actually 54 tests that are completed on each single sample of essential oil. 43 of those are done in-house in doTERRA's labs, and 11 are actually done through a third-party lab called APRC, or Aromatic Plant Research Center. So they're third-party tested. You can see from this slide all the things that they're checking and testing for. There are tons of things that go into this. So really making sure, again, quality and purity matters, especially when we're talking about the liver. And safety really does matter. Again, not all essential oils are created equal. They have their own chemical makeup, their own benefits, how they react with the body in their own way, how they're harvested, the production, the testing, all of that can vary from distributor to distributor. And some oils are pure and thoroughly tested, but a lot of them are going to have fillers, preservatives, impurities, things that are going to actually lower the quality of an oil and make it unsafe for topical or internal use. So a lot of those oils that you find at the health food store, I wouldn't even call that an essential oil. I'd call that a synthetic fragrance. So purity really, really matters. And as consumers, we have to do our research. So here's a great example. This is an oil that I found from the department store, and it says on the packaging that it's 100% pure and natural essential oil. Talks about how it's going to help with all of these things, that it's from Germany. But when you flip it over, and this is a question that we always need to ask ourselves, is it safe for topical use? Is it safe for internal use? And this actually says that it is flammable, that it causes skin irritation, eye damage, skin reactions, fatal if swallowed, and enters airways, very toxic. This is not a pure essential oil. This is a synthetic fragrance. Very different. And we know that synthetic fragrances are like the new secondhand smoke. So it's really important for us to read labels with this. Now, there's different ways that we can use essential oils. We have aromatic, topical, and internal. And internal, again, is only going to be used with a pure brand that is safe for internal use. I would argue even topical and aromatic, whatever you're inhaling, it's going into the lungs, into your brain. Topical, whatever you put on topically is going into your bloodstream, that we want to be really cautious with all of that. Aromatic, this is going to be the easiest. It's very effective. It actually triggers the brain to start a dance within your neuroanatomy and other systems. You've got that direct inhalation, so that could be grabbing a bottle of essential oil and inhaling right from the bottle, or it could be doing a palm inhale. This is one of my favorite things, where you just put a drop in your palm, rub it together, and then you can cup your hands over mouth and nose and do a nice deep inhale. You can also diffuse. I've got my diffuser going on back here. This creates a fine mist, and this is a great way for emotional support, respiratory support, to cleanse and purify the air around you. We've got topical. Topicals, put it where it hurts. You can apply these essential oils directly to those areas. I would recommend diluting with a carrier oil like fractionated coconut oil. And this is nice because the oils are quickly absorbed, and you just need 1 or 2 drops. A little goes a long way with a pure therapeutic brand of essential oil. We talk about how 1 drop of peppermint essential oil is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea. So you can think about how concentrated that is and how little goes a long way. Why do we dilute? Really, it helps with maximum absorption to avoid evaporating too fast with that. It helps to cover greater surface area. So think low back or hips if you've got a big area that you're needing support in. Less is more, so you can actually apply less essential oil when you're using that carrier oil. And it protects from if you're having heating effects or cooling effects. So something like oregano is a very hot oil. We always want to dilute with that essential oil. Or something like peppermint is a very cooling oil, and that can be helpful if it's warm outside or you're having hot flashes or something like that. So if ever an essential oil gets uncomfortable, we just dilute with a carrier oil. Here's a really great dilution chart. This is something for you to screenshot, especially if you're new to oils. And this is based off of age. Or another nice rule of thumb is use the number of drops per age of the child. So babies are going to use 1 drop. 2-year-olds, you can go up to 2. 3-year-olds, you could go up to 3. Usually around 12, we consider that an adult dilution, 12 and up, and that's going to be 10 to 15 drops. And this is just a guide. Know that you can do more if needed, if you're wanting it a little bit stronger. And this is a really beautiful image that was created by my friend Andrea, and I love it because it's simple. All right, so we are going to talk about really just safety around all of this. I think it's really important. You want to talk with your healthcare professional about essential oils. Pull them in, pull in your healthcare team. It's not really recommended for children under the age of 6, internal use there, or for pregnant women. Now, if you're taking essential oils internally before pregnancy, I would feel pretty comfortable having them continue internal use during pregnancy. But essential oils, they bring balance into the body. They can help to detox. They can help to get rid of something that we don't need. Pregnancy is not a time that we want to do heavy detox in the body. So just be aware of that. For internal use, you want to make sure that you do your research, okay? And the brand is safe for internal use. This is very important. With doTERRA's essential oils, you're actually going to see a supplement fact on that bottle of oil right there for you. If it's something that you can take internally, it tells you right on the bottle to make it very simple. You can take them in veggie capsules or soft gel or supplemental use with that. You can also add a drop to water. You just want to make sure that it's glass or stainless steel, never plastic, when taking essential oils internally. And they can be used in cooking. I made peppermint brownies this week. We did some paleo peppermint brownies. We made paleo, we'll do banana nut breads and do a drop of cinnamon bark. We did peppermint hot chocolate. I love to cook with our essential oils. Got to get a little drink here. Throat's getting dry. Okay, I thought this was really fascinating, especially when talking about the liver. So we kind of went over the basics, what essential oils are, the different applications and ways that you can use them. This is really fascinating. This is some research. And go to PubMed. You can actually just Google PubMed, and then you can search. You can actually find thousands of research articles that are validating the efficacy, the quality, the basically cool things that essential oils can do. But this showed some antioxidant activity of rosemary essential oil, and it has some hepatoprotective properties there. So hepato is liver. So this is kind of interesting to me that you can look at different things and see that there are antioxidants in essential oils, that they can support us in different ways. So something to kind of think about, but I thought that was really curious looking into the research there. And then here's a nice guideline too that is helpful that you can see here with internal. Internal use here is actually referring to taking essential oils in a capsule or a soft gel. Oral is going to be essential oils taken in water or other liquid or under the tongue, because we're getting a little bit of sublingual absorption there. So that's kind of the difference with that. But you can see, again, recommended for kids 6 and up. I will say you have to trust your mama bear intuition, work with your healthcare professional, work with your essential oil educator. But we do have some mamas with children under 6 that have taken essential oils when needed in our oil tribe. So it just depends. And I think as a mom, this is an empowering thing for you to think about, what would I have gone to in a certain situation if I didn't have an essential oil? And doing your own research and trusting your intuition and making the best choice that feels right for you and for your child. That's really important. You'll notice for adults, the maximum dose is going to be 24 drops of an essential oil in a 24-hour period of time. Even if I'm under the weather, even if I'm really hitting things hard, I don't even get close to that. When you think about 1 to 2 drops goes such a long way, that makes a big difference. So less is more with the oils, but know that you have some wiggle room there a little bit. And then dermal is going to be our topical use. And most of the time I make roller bottles for that, just because it's already has that carrier oil in it and you get a better absorption. Sensitivity. This is a question that comes up quite a bit. An essential oil may have an effect on one person, maybe a little bit different for another person. There is bioindividuality with all of this. And essential oils, they don't contain allergens, and therefore they can't cause a true allergic reaction in the body. So people will say, I think I'm allergic to an essential oil. There's no allergens there. It doesn't actually have the protein molecules. So you can't create a true allergic response using an essential oil. Well, and I can speak for doTERRA's, right? Because of the quality and the purity. I can't for other brands, unfortunately. Now, oils cannot cause allergic reactions, but they can cause a sensitivity reaction in people because we each have a different threshold level with that. So a sensitivity can create symptoms similar to an allergic reaction. So it's good to start with less. You can do a sensitivity test. You can actually conduct that to see how your body and your skin's going to react to the chemical structure of an oil. So you can actually just put a small dab of essential oil mixed with a carrier oil, yours of choice. You could do fractionated coconut oil, jojoba oil, olive oil, and just do that to an inconspicuous area of the skin. And then check that area each hour for a couple hours just to make sure that there's no sensitivity or irritation that's going on with that. That's a nice rule of thumb. Now, before we go into the oils specifically for liver support, I do just want to say and talk a little bit about this because I think it's important. So Boyd Truman, he is the creator and founder of Symphony of the Cells. And I did his training in Salt Lake City in September, and it was fantastic. And he talked about, and I thought this was really fascinating, regarding the essential oils, again, because, some people will think that they are allergic to the oils and that it's not a true allergy per se with that. The difference, and what I think is so important, is if somebody is applying an oil topically and they're getting maybe a little bit of redness or a little bit of skin irritation, one, make sure that you're diluting that essential oil. But two, he actually talked about how a lot of people are toxic. Most people are not eating a lot of fruits and vegetables. Most people are not drinking half their body weight in water, having a really good functioning digestive system. And he talks about the cornerstone of all health and wellness is the digestive system. He calls it mother or mama. And if mama ain't happy, nobody is happy. So if you notice that you're having some redness or some irritation, stop using that oil topically. And he actually recommends using the oils internally before using them externally. Again, doTERRA, a pure brand that's safe for internal use. But that he says most of the world is not allergic to essential oils. Essential oils are going to get rid of anything unnatural to the body. And that redness or irritation is stuff. It's the body detoxing. It's saying, whoa, most of us, we should be having 2 well-formed bowel movements a day to get rid of that stuff. Otherwise, we're becoming toxic. So if that's the case, and I just share this because, again, we're talking about liver support, we're talking about supporting digestion. If that is the case, we want to stop topical use of the oils. We want to go back to basics. And for him, that's the Lifelong Vitality Pack supplements. The Alpha CRS Plus is basically helps the body with detox. He said there's a reason why it is so expensive. It's as expensive almost by itself as an individual as the whole Lifelong Vitality Pack supplements, because it really helps to support your digestive system, healthy mitochondria, energy production, that detox. Omega-3 fatty acids is the second one. That's our XE omega. We need that as well to help support detox. It has the fatty acids. It helps the brain, heart, and liver specifically. So our omega-3 fatty acids are very, very important. Your vitamins and minerals, which are the Microplex VMZ. So that is really going to help with healthy digestion, healthy cellular function, getting things like magnesium and zinc and calcium, all of these things that we need in our body that are really, really important. And then digestive enzymes. So even as we're talking about the liver, Terrazyme, that is a digestive enzyme. It's very, very important because digestive enzymes help us break down food that we're eating so that we can actually absorb it. But the body has to make digestive enzymes because there's not enough. Usually we're not eating enough of fruits and veggies again. And we stop producing digestive enzymes. That starts to decrease around age 35. So we need to have an outside source of digestive enzymes to be able to help the body metabolize. So that filtering process becomes much easier on the body and the body's not taxed. So digestive enzymes, that would be my one big tip for you. If you're looking for liver support, detoxification support, start a digestive enzyme. I love doTERRA's Terrazyme. That is really going to make a big difference. And you can't overdo it on digestive enzymes, but you could start with taking 2 or 3 with every meal. That's going to make a huge difference. Also, limonene, so citrus essential oils, taking those internally. Tangerine, lemon, grapefruit, lime, green mandarin, wild orange, whatever essential oil is your favorite, they all have limonene. The highest concentrations of limonene is actually going to be in grapefruit, wild orange, and tangerine. Those are more than 95% pure limonene. This helps the pH balance in the body. It helps us to be a little bit less acidic. But when citrus essential oils hit the liver, there is less processing being done because they're already in their smallest form. And this can help the liver produce glutathione. Glutathione is really great to help protect our cells. It's the master antioxidant of the body. You can even look up glutathione patches. They're quite expensive, or supplements. And citrus oils are fairly inexpensive. For 250 drops, a bottle of lemon is, I think, $11. It's going to last you a long time. So this is very, very helpful too. Emotional components of the liver. The liver is all about anger, resentful, if you're feeling mad at life. So a liver issue could be rampant anger going on, or hate, or resentment. So this is why using the essential oils, not only for physical support, which we're going to dive into, but also emotional support is very, very important. So I always like to look at the emotional component as well as the physical, but this is very, very important. So that limonene comes in, it's very high in antioxidants. It's going to help to get rid of any unhealthy cells that we don't want to proliferate in the body so that we have more healthy cells. The citrus oils are actually come from the rind, not the fruit. The rind is actually the most beneficial part of the fruit. So this is going to be very, very helpful. If you're sensitive to the acid, the citric acid in the juice, don't worry, because again, the citric acid is not in the essential oil. It's from that rind. And it's going to be very, very important to be drinking a citrus oil in your water every single day. And ideally, half your body weight in water. So add the citrus oil. It's going to make it taste amazing. It's also going to help to really support your liver. So those are going to be the main things, right? Especially if you notice that sensitivity. You're going to stop using the oil topically. You're going to do the Lifelong Vitality Pack, the supplements to help, your Alpha CRS Plus, your XC Omega, your Microplex VMZ, your Terrazyme. Digestive enzymes are huge. That's the answer almost to everything is Terrazyme, Terrazyme, Terrazyme. And then doing a citrus oil in your water and drinking that throughout the day. That is going to be a huge, huge support. So I had to really stop and share that because it's really, really essential with so many things. And then we'll dive in and talk a little bit more specifically about liver and give you some liver love protocols. When I think liver, I think Zendocrine. And Zendocrine is our detoxification blend. And this has tangerine, rosemary, geranium, juniper berry, cilantro. Tangerine, again, very, very high in limonene, right? One of those citrus oils that we just talked about. Geranium, specific for liver support, as is rosemary, juniper berry, liver, and your urinary tract system support. And cilantro actually helps with getting out heavy metals in the body. It's a really great detoxifier. So think kidney, gallbladder, and liver. This is really going to help with our filter organs, with detoxification with that. It can help with weight loss because, again, toxins are going to gravitate and sit around fat cells. So when we start to release toxins from the body, when we start to detox, that becomes a side effect of it. And also endocrine balance, supporting our hormones. So this is a great, great oil to have on hand. You can actually apply it diluted to the bottoms of the feet. You can put it over the abdomen, over the liver, and over the kidneys. So just to show you, actually, here, I'll stop the screen share so you can see me a little bit better. I've got my Thankful November shirt on here. So the liver is going to be on the right-hand side of the body under the rib cage. So right here is where you're going to put that oil. Now, kidneys are going to be on that flank area on both sides of the lower back. So you're going to roll that there and over the liver and bottoms of the feet. This is huge. Now, I still get scans annually. I get an MRI with contrast once a year at MD Anderson Cancer Center. And with the contrast, I feel it. So Zendocrine is actually one of my favorite oils to take internally. I'll do a drop or two in my water bottle and drink that, put it over the liver, the kidneys, bottoms of the feet, all of those places to help me just get some of that out. When I feel like I need a little bit more support, a little bit more detox, this is a really beautiful, amazing oil, as well as if I've been accidentally glutened. Great oil to have on hand. This comes in pre-made soft gels, so you can have the soft gels. I always travel with the soft gels because you never know what's going to happen. Or you can do a drop in water, drink that, or you can make your own with a veggie capsule where you just open it up, do a couple drops, and take that internally. So when you think liver support, I want you to think Zendocrine. It is a really incredible blend that has a lot of big gun oils to help you with that. All right, this is a really great book. If you don't have this book already, I would highly, highly recommend it. But this is the Essential Oils Expanded book. It was actually one of the books that Boyd Truman talked about in his Symphony of the Cells class. And again, if you can get to a Symphony of the Cells, he does trainings all over the world. Follow him over, I think it's just symphonyofthecells.com. Go to his training. You will learn a ton. It is incredible. You can apply 3 to 4 drops of Zendocrine oil over the liver area and do that 2 to 3 times a day, as we were talking about. So this is going to be your daily habit. Screenshot this. You can have this on hand. You can take 2 to 3 drops each of geranium, rosemary, grapefruit, and clove, and do that in a capsule 1 to 2 times daily. Or use 4 to 5 drops of Zendocrine oil internally. You could do either or. So again, we've got that geranium, that rosemary, grapefruit, any of those citrus oils that are so helpful. Clove, very, very high in antioxidants. Clove is a powerhouse basically for antioxidant properties. Very, very great. Again, drinking your citrus oils, so 2 to 3 drops of a citrus essential oil in 8 ounces of water, and doing that 2 to 3 times a day. Honestly, I would say drink it throughout the whole day. Have that on hand. It's going to make such a difference for you. And taking digestive enzymes like Terrazyme daily with meals. I cannot emphasize that enough. Terrazyme, Terrazyme, Terrazyme. If you're not taking Terrazyme, start taking it with your meals, 2 to 3 with meals. It may take 2 to 3 months, but it's going to change your life. You're going to see such a difference. And you will probably start to see a difference pretty quickly, like within 2 weeks of just blow, upset tummy, if you're feeling uncomfortable after eating. Terrazyme. So, so important, especially for helping to support your liver. Citrus oils and water. Again, we talk about this a lot, but this is such an important thing. So 1 to 2 drops of a citrus oil in 8 ounces of water. And it's going to help with detox. It's going to help with digestion, with producing glutathione, those antioxidants in the body. It's going to help with cleansing properties. And those big ones, the tangerine, the grapefruit, the wild orange, but any citrus oil will do. So if there's one that you like, do that. Just start adding that to your water. I keep my citrus oils in the kitchen, right by my sink. We have an RO filter, so that as soon as I fill up my water bottles throughout the day, I'm putting that citrus oil. So put the oils where you're going to see them, where it's going to trigger that habit, and that will really make a big difference with everything there. And then we talked about this a little bit, but I wanted to go into this again of what's the difference between lemon water and lemon essential oil. So the lemon essential oil, it's actually cold pressed from the rind. The juice comes from the pulp. So there's different properties there. The lemon essential oil is very high in limonene, so it's very cleansing, and it aids in digestive and respiratory function when consumed. And the oil is going to be really concentrated. So it would take more lemon juice to actually match the potency of 2 drops of lemon essential oil. For me, it's easier than to cut a lemon and squeeze it and all of that. Just put 2 drops in my water. And the peel, again, is the most nutrient-dense portion, because it's got fat-soluble phytonutrients. There's no citric acid, so you're not going to have a sensitivity issue when consuming the lemon oil. So that's a nice little tip there. Okay, liver tip. Diffuse on guard. And this is so important, especially, now it's winter time. Well, it's fall, but it feels like winter time, right? So diffuse this daily to keep your home and office environment clean. The liver serves as a filter for toxins, both airborne, what we're inhaling, and what we're ingesting, right? Processed foods, all of these kind of things. So the liver has to process all of that. And the less that we can put that toxic load on the liver, the healthier you will be. So simple liver tip is just diffuse on guard throughout your house. That's going to be a great one. Or things like Holiday Joy that are coming up, those also have great properties. If you can diffuse, and I tell people, honestly, I diffuse pretty much 24/7 to just have that on hand. It makes a big, big difference with all of that. Oh, you're using clementine lately. I love it. That's another good one. Clementine's a great one, right? We got to snag that up last month. Great oil. All right, here's some more ideas. Here's some more. And I would say, honestly, maybe choose one thing from this class. Don't try to do everything, right? Pick one thing. Start there. Keep it very, very simple. And then you can gradually add to this. So this is another one of my favorite resource books. It's Essential Oils, A Beginner's Guide for Healthcare Today. Fabulous book. I cannot recommend it enough. It's so great. There's a protocol in there of 2 drops cilantro, 2 drops juniper berry, and 2 drops Zendocrine. So those oils are in Zendocrine, but we're going to add it to make it even more potent. Do that across the abdomen. Do it 2 times daily. You can even add a warm compress to that, and that will help to drive those essential oils deeper. So that can be a great one. Or you can make a capsule of 2 to 4 drops each of the cilantro, Zendocrine, and juniper berry. Amazing oils for support. Diffuse on guard. It's a great one. That's also going to help to boost your immune system this time of year. And then add 1 to 2 drops of a citrus oil into your water and drink that throughout the day. That's going to be great. Now, I would say pro tip, you can make your own blend from the oils listed above. Use 5 to 10 drops of each in a 10 ml roller and top with that carrier oil of choice. Apply it daily. Do it over the midsection of the body, the abdomen, around the ribs, both sides. Make sure you get that right side so it's going over the liver, bottoms of the feet. And if you can, even do the upper middle back. You can get as far as you can by yourself, or if you have somebody to help you roll those on, that would be great, right? Get that whole area for support. And just like with nutrition or supplements or medication, you're gonna see the best benefit with doing it consistently. So start with one of these things. Maybe that's making a roller bottle. Maybe that's diffusing your On Guard or doing citrus oils, but pick one that resonates with you, start there. And as that becomes a habit and it becomes very easy, then you can gradually add in more things with this. You wanna make it very simple. So here's a couple closing thoughts with looking at supporting the body in this way. Quality matters. Oh my goodness, it matters. Please, please, please read labels carefully. Investigate the quality and the purity and the sourcing of your oils. Where is that oil coming from? That's very important too, because any good farmer or gardener knows that the soil, the humidity, all of that matters and is going to affect that plant. And with our essential oils, it's going to affect that chemical constituent of that plant. Respect the oils. Proper dosing is key. We talked about that, different recommendations, diluting. Work with your qualified healthcare professional and essential oil educator. Have conversations with them. There's a reason why doTERRA chose to provide their oils in this atmosphere of, you can't just go to the store. You can't go to Whole Foods and buy a doTERRA oil. You work with somebody who's going to support you and provide this education and support. Very, very important. And if you don't have peace about something, don't do it. Always listen to your body. That's a good rule of thumb. Trust your body and notice how you feel. Very, very important. Here's my resources. This is where you can find me. I'm over on my website. There's my email. I'm over on Facebook and on Instagram. We have our Learning with Dr. Laura Facebook group. I apologize about the live streaming not working. I'll have to give Zoom a call about the tech issues, but we'll have this recording. We'll post it in the group there. And I'm also on YouTube. Tons of health and wellness videos. I think I'm up to over 460 health and wellness videos on different topics that you can check out there. All right. Also, exciting things are happening today. It is November 1st. This is doTERRA Hunger Games. This is a day that we wait for all year. We're very exciting. Very, very excited. And the new holiday gifts have just been released. What is also going on is if you place a 125 PB loyalty order, you're going to get a rare, beautiful citrus oil. We were just talking about citrus oils. This is white grapefruit. We cannot even purchase this oil. You can only snag it for free going on with this. So with a 125 PB loyalty order, if you purchase that on or before the 15th, and I would recommend doing it right away because you know what? These holiday gifts are going to sell out very, very quickly. This is your free gift that you get. So white grapefruit, it is a really great aroma. Any of the citrus oils create this very uplifting environment. So they help with mood. They can help with digestive support when you take them internally. They help with GI health, right? We talked about that in our class, metabolism and supporting your digestive system. And also it just helps to create a light, refreshing atmosphere. It smells amazing. I can't wait to smell this. I haven't smelled it yet, but I just placed my order today. Cannot wait to get it. But you can also add a drop to facial cleansers or shampoos or toothpaste if you want that extra cleansing property. Or you could put a drop in your hand and do that palm inhale like we talked about, where you cup your hands over mouth and nose and you just take a deep breath. Amazing. Siberian fir is 10% off this month. So this is very grounding, right? The woodsier oils, the tree oils, very, very grounding, very relaxing, great for massage, great for muscles or joints for support with that. So you can massage that in. You can use it topically. Maybe you have a little bit of skin irritation. You can diffuse that. I love to diffuse this oil with lavender to help with grounding and sleep in the evening. Really great. And Siberian fir is actually our only fir essential oil that is safe for internal use. So if you're having aches or discomfort, you can do that with maybe a little bit of frankincense and copaiba and lemongrass or marjoram and do a veggie capsule. Great option. So kind of a neat fun fact about Siberian fir. if you are brand new to essential oils, if you're not already working with somebody with an essential oil educator in this, I put together a liver detox kit for you of the things that we talked about, the veggie capsules, we've got the oils that we talked about, our citrus oil, our On Guard. So this might be an option for you. And actually, if you get started with any starter kit this month, you will get $50 in oil free, which is pretty exciting. So that's an option if I'm the person that has been educating you about essential oils and you're wanting to get started, because I can provide education and the knowledge, but until you actually start implementing these things into your daily life, we're not going to see changes with that. And this is what I was talking about too. Any starter kit. I created that liver one for anybody who is thinking about that. But if you, or maybe you want the top 10, or maybe you're not sure where to start, reach out to me, send me a message. I'd love to help support you and I can help you with that. And you'll snag $50 in oil free just this month. So lots of exciting things going on in doTERRA land. Thank you for being here. I want to do a fun giveaway. We'll do this in the Learning with Dr. Laura group. And when I get this video uploaded, I'll put it there. So comment below this video in the Learning with Dr. Laura group, your favorite holiday activity. What do you love to do in the fall and in the winter time? What does your family do? What traditions do you have? Just something that you love about the season, anything at all. Comment in that group, and we're going to do a giveaway for this brand new Tamer Digestive Blend. This is one of the new products that just came out. So we'll do a fun giveaway for you there. Thank you for being here live. Post your comments over. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you loved it. Yes, it's a pleasure. Thanks for hanging in, especially with all of the tech issues, and just decided, you know what, we'll just do our class early since I'll be in Kenya later this month. Maybe that'll be the class for December, is talking about co-impact sourcing and sharing a little bit about the Kenya trip and the adventures and all of that. I know self-service is going to be limited there. I am hoping to share as much as I can and post pictures and things. You'll want to follow me on Instagram over at Dr. Laura Ricci for that and my stories and things, but maybe we can do a recap of that. It would be awesome. Oh, thank you, ladies. Thank you, Martha. I'm so glad that this was helpful. And we will get the replay up in our Facebook group, also on YouTube. I hope you have a wonderful, amazing November. So much to be thankful for as we go into this season and Thanksgiving and the holiday season, all of that. Oh, I know. I can't wait for Kenya. I am so excited and a little nervous, but mostly excited. I'm going to start packing this weekend. And that will probably make it feel really real, right? My pleasure. Thank you for being here. Have a wonderful rest of your day, a wonderful weekend. Go snag up your holiday goodies before they sell out. And we'll see you next month in the Learning with Dr. Laura Facebook group and on Zoom as we share more health and wellness education with you. It's always such a joy to be here with you. It warms my heart. And if you're finding value from this, if you tried something in this class, tag me on social media. I would love to see what you're doing and how this information is helping to support you. Have a great day. Take care, everybody. Bye.